Thankful this morning to have Mrs. Spaeth with us. Mrs. Spaeth is going to talk to us a little bit about how she grew up in Brazil. And I hope that you enjoy everything that she has to say and you learn a lot from her. So Mrs. Spaeth, will you tell us where you were born and how long you lived in Brazil?
Well, good morning, everyone. I was born in outside the city of Rio de Janeiro. It's a town called Petrópolis. It's the imperial city of the past emperors back in the 1800s. He made a summer home in Petrópolis. It's 1 hour from Rio de Janeiro.
Visually, the town you grew up in?
Oh my gosh, Petrópolis is a beautiful city. It has mountains. It's up in the mountains. So when you think of Brazil, you think of beaches. But Petrópolis is high up in the mountains. So you have the jungle vegetation, winding roads. The town or city, actually it's not a town, the city, was built by Germans, Austrians, and Italians. So the whole city actually looks very alpine. The homes look like you're in Germany, and it's really, really beautiful, full of flowers. Trees have flowers. Monkeys and parrots come to the back of your house to beg for food. So it's kind of like the movie Rio that you've all seen on TV.
Can you describe or can you tell us what a basic school day was like for you?
Well, in Brazil, schools are half days. So you go in at 7 o'clock and you're done by 12, and then you go home to do homework. And the reason why they do that is because there's so many children and not enough schools. So you have to split up the time.
Did you have to wear a uniform?
Yes, we wore a uniform. I went to a Catholic school called St. Leo's. And I had to walk probably 45 minutes to get to it. You could take a bus, but it was half walk, half bus. So what's the point? You might as well just walk it.
Right. Is there anything in particular about Queen of Angels that reminds you of your schooling when you were younger?
Not at all.
Okay.
Not at all.
No.
The school was a parish school, and the whole layout was different. It was very simple. It was not as beautiful as here. We got breakfast in the morning, which was just basically buttered bread and coffee. So kids there drink coffee with cream or milk. And we did wear a uniform. My uniform was a red skirt and a white shirt, and we had a little tie that we wore. And on the tie, there were stripes that told you what grade you were in.
Can you teach us a phrase in Portuguese?
Bom dia, that means good morning.
Nice.
And ciao means goodbye.
If you could go back to Brazil today, where are the first places you would go?
First place I would go is Christ the Redeemer statue. It's taller than the Statue of Liberty, and it's a beautiful statue of Jesus with his arms spread out like this, and he's up on top of a hill, and he overlooks all of Rio de Janeiro. It's spectacular.
Well, speaking a bit about food at breakfast, can you tell us what your favorite Brazilian food to enjoy is?
I really like a lot of the fruit smoothies that they serve in corner fruit bars. And it's kind of like the smoothies you have here. It's mangoes, bananas, milk. Sometimes they throw in oatmeal to thicken it up. And I just absolutely love that. And then there's another thing called, it's a cheese bread that is served here in the Brazilian steakhouses that you find in Atlanta. It's a little round bread that's made with Parmesan cheese. That's really good.
What do you think is the most magical thing about Brazil?
I think it's the vegetation. It's just really, really beautiful. And the people. The people are just happy all the time, whether they're poor or having difficulties in life, or whether they're sweeping the streets, they're always happy and they always love to dance. Put on samba music and they start dancing.
Well, as we're trying to learn about Brazil and providing all this information to the students at Queen of Angels, what is the one thing that you maybe want students or children in the United States to know about Brazil?
I think the most that I would want them to learn about is the fact that there's a lot of forest devastation in the Amazon. And we talk about ecology, saving the planet, and don't do this, fossil fuel and all this kind of stuff. But we have totally ignored the Amazon. The Amazon is huge, and they continue to cut and to burn, and nobody in the world is doing enough to stop it.
Thank you. Well, Mrs. Spaeth, thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome.
I know that the students of Queen of Angels are so thankful that you were able to share with them, and hopefully they'll come to you with some questions and you can talk to them even more.
Yes, please tell them to stop by and ask me anything they want.
Thank you.